friends! Welcome to Dodo's Daily Dose. My name is Dodo, and I love learning with you. Come on, let's start our alphabet adventure. Today, we're going to learn the alphabet from A to Z. We'll discover letter sounds, learn exciting words, and have lots of fun together. Are you ready? Let's learn and play! Hello, friends! Today we're learning the letter A. The letter A has two sounds. Short A, like apple, long A, like ape. Let's learn both sounds. Hello, friends! Now, we're learning the letter A. Listen carefully to these A words. Apple, ant, alligator. Let's learn together. Let's learn the short A sound. Apple starts with the short A sound. A is for apple. Ant starts with the short A sound. A is for ant. Alligator starts with the short A sound. A is for alligator. A is for airplane. A is for acorn. A is for ape. These words begin with the long A sound. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter B. B says B. B is for ball. Let's learn more B words. B is for bee. B is for bear. B says B. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter C. C says cuck, cuck. C is for cat. Let's learn more C words. C is for crow. C is for cow. C is for camel. C says cuck. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter D. D says duh. D is for dog. Let's learn more D words. D is for drum. D is for dolphin. D is for duck. D is for deer. D says duck. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter E. The letter E has two sounds. E. Let's learn both sounds. Let's learn the short E sound. Elephant starts with E. A is for elephant. Egg starts with E. A is for egg. Elf starts with E. A is for elf. The short E sound is eh. Now let's learn the long E sound. Eagle starts with E. E is for eagle. L starts with E. E is for L. Eat. E is for eat. The long E sound is E. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter F. F says F is for flower. Let's learn more letter F words. F is for fish. F is for fox. F is for fire truck. F says foo. Great job, friends. Hello, friends. Today, we're learning the letter G. G says ga. G is for goat. Let's learn more G words. G is for grapes. G is for goose. G is for guitar. G says ga. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter H. H says huh. H is for helicopter. Let's learn more letter H words. H is for house. H is for horse. H is for hen. H says ha, ha, ha. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Today we're learning the letter I. The letter I has two sounds, eek, I. Let's learn both sounds. Let's learn the short I sound, E, E. I is for igloo. I is for insect. I is for ink. The short I sound is E, E. Now let's learn the long I sound, I. I is for ice cream. I is for ice. I is for ivy. The long I sound is I. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Today we're learning the letter J. J says J, 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 J. J is for jellyfish. Let's learn more J words. J is for jar. J is for jaguar. J is for juice. J says J, 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 J. Hello, friends. Now we're learning the letter K. K says k, k, k. K is for kite. Let's learn more K words. K is for koala. K is for key. K is for kangaroo. K says k, 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 k. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter L. L says L, L. L is for lion. Let's learn more letter L words. L is for lamp. L is for leaf. L is for lemon. L says la, la. Hello, friends. Today we're learning the letter M. M says M is for monkey. Let's learn more M words. M is for moon. M is for mango. M is for mouse. M says Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter N. N says N, N. N is for nest. Let's learn more letter N words. N is for net. N is for night. N is for nut. N says N, N. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter O. The letter O has two sounds, ah, O. Let's learn both sounds. Let's learn the short O sound, ah, ah. O is for octopus. O is for otter. O is for olive. The short O sound is ah. Now let's learn the long O sound, O, O. O is for ocean. O is for open. O is for oval. The long O sound is O, O. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter P. P says pup, 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 pup. P is for panda. Let's learn more P words. P is for parrot. P is for pencil. P is for pineapple. P says pop, 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 pop. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter Q. Q says qua, qua. Q is for queen. Let's learn more letter Q words. Q is for quilt. Q is for quail. Q is for question. Q says qua, qua, qua. Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter R. R says rrr, rrr. R is for rainbow. Let's learn more letter R words. R is for rabbit. R is for rose. R is for raspberry. R says rrr, rrr. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter S. S says S. S is for sun. Let's learn more letter S words. S is for star. S is for sailboat. S for strawberry. S says S, S, S. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter T. T says T, T, T. T is for tiger. Let's learn more letter T words. T is for train. T is for tomato. T is for turtle. T says T, 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 T. Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter U. The letter U has two sounds. U. Let's learn both sounds. Let's learn the short U sound. U is for umbrella. U is for up. U is for under. The short U sound is
Now let's learn the long U sound. U. U. U is for unicorn. U is for ukulele. U is for uniform. The long U sound is U. U. Great job, friends!
Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter V. V says Z, Z, Z. V is for violin. Let's learn more letter V words. V is for volcano. V is for van. V is for violet. V says V, 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 V. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter W. W says wah, 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 wah. W is for whale.
Let's learn more letter W words. W is for wagon. W is for watermelon. W is for watch. W says whoa, 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 whoa. Great job, friends!
Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter X. X says X. X. X is for X-ray.
Let's learn more X words. X is for Xmas tree. Fox ends with the X sound. Box ends with the X sound. X says X. X.
Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter Y. Y says yeah. Yeah. Y is for yo-yo. Let's learn more letter Y words. Y is for yogurt. Y is for yacht. Y is for yarn. Y says yeah. Yeah. Great job, friends! Hello, friends! Now we're learning the letter Z. Z says Z. Z is for zebra. Let's learn more letter Z words. Z is for zipper. Z is for zigzag. Z is for zucchini. Z says Z, Z, Z. Great job, friends! We did it! You learned all the letters from A to Z. You learned amazing phonic sounds and so many wonderful words. I'm so proud of you. Give yourself a big clap. Thank you for learning with me today. I had so much fun. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and never stop learning. I can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye, little friends. See you next time. Bye, Dodo.